Ndị be anyị kenene m unu. Anyị si ka nke onye chiri ya zelu. Anyị si n'ụbọchị nke taa dịrị na anyị na mma na ihe adị ka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru otu akwa ya dịrịrị. Ise ise anyị dịka o si dị ka agbapụ na ọsọ wetara unu ya bụ ihe anyị ji maka ya wee bịa n'elu akwụkwọ ụbọchị wuruchi nke taa na Eastern News 24 bebe anyị si wetara ya bụ ozi unu je gị n'ugbu a. Ihe agba according to one of the Biafran activists. Mana tupu anyị gaa n'iru ma like unu godo ife okwu n'elu akwụkwọ. Quote: Putin said to meet with Biafran Prime Minister, the most biggest supporter ya bụ ife ka ji maka ya wee bịa. So dịka ihe ga ya bụ ife tọọ ntị na ana ị ga-esi drop right iche n'ụdị nke gị. Alright, over to you, sir.
Prime Minister of Japan, in the person of Shigeru Ishiba, plan on meeting with the current president of Russia and the person of Vladimir Putin. Yes, so why is this important and how does it relate with Simon Ekpa'S? Well, just in case you don't know, around the 26th of January of this year, yes, some individuals from the Biafra movement traveled to Japan so as to discuss serious political issues with some of its political leaders and administrative body. Yes, at the end of that meeting, the meeting between a member of the Biafra movement together with some political leaders in Japan, all the keynotes of that meeting were sent down to Shigeru Ishiba, the prime minister of that country. Yes, so as we speak, this prime minister of Japan currently is planning a trip to Russia. He wants to have a closed-door meeting with Vladimir Putin. How did we know and how can we verify that detail? Well, showing right now on your screen is a press release coming from a Russian website known as Pravda.com, where it states Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba expressed his intent to meet with the president of Russia. Yes, so why is this even important? Well, for a fact, we all know that this Prime Minister of Japan is a strong supporter of Mr. Simon. Yes, and just in case you don't know, Finland and Japan have a very close relationship. These guys have series of bilateral agreements and bilateral trade and series of understanding and treaty between these two countries. Yes, so Finland and Japan are very close when it comes with international relations. Yes, so that friendship and the closeness between Japan and Finland will play a massive role in the case of Simon. Yes, because like I said, the Prime Minister of Japan is a supporter of Mr. Simon. So where does Russia comes in and why is Russia even important in this conversation? Well, for better understanding, take a look at this publication coming from a foreign website where it states Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba expressed his concern or intent to sign a peace treaty with Russia. So as you can see, Japan doesn't have an existing treaty with Russia when it comes with peace. So the Prime Minister of Japan wants to create a better understanding between his country and Russia in question. Yes, that is the motive and that is the reason behind that meeting or the meeting that will happen in the future. So how does this relate or how does this concern Mr. Simon? Well, let me show you a news publication that was released just yesterday from Finland where it states Russia is probing Finland's weakness almost daily, warns Super Matelius. Yes, and just in case you don't know, this man known as Super Matelius is the chief or the head of security department in Finland. He's the man who has been handling Simon's case and investigation. So the country of Finland currently are preparing and are getting ready just in case one day Russia wakes up and wants to invade them. Yes, this simply means that Russia and Finland are not in good terms. Well, for better understanding, take a look at this map showing right now on your screen. When you look closely, you see Russia on your right hand side and there's Finland on your left hand side. And when you zoom in, you notice that these countries shares borders, and that is why the government of Finland are currently worried about Russia invading them. So Russia and Finland are not in good terms, but Japan and Finland are in good terms and they have series of bilateral agreements. So it's simple. The Prime Minister of Japan will visit Russia to create better understanding between Russia and his country. And on the other hand, the Prime Minister of Japan will try to foster a better understanding and to foster peace between Russia and Finland. And that is where Simon Ekpa'S comes into play. It's very possible that the Prime Minister of Japan can probably tell the leaders in Finland that, see, I can strengthen the relationship between your country and Russia and prevent any future invasion. Yes. So for me to do all of these things for you, you can at least release one of my close tie and one of my closest friend. And me, being the Prime Minister of Japan, I will talk or speak with the President of Russia so as to prevent any form of invasion. We'll come to an understanding and peace can simply reign between these countries. Yes, this is what we think can possibly happen in that conversation and in that meeting. Well, as we speak, there are a series of controversial stories and controversial news coming between Finland and Russia. For instance, take a look at this publication where it states a minor went from Finland to Russia without permission in Imatra. The Finnish border guard parents are very worried. So as you can see, a kid left Finland and entered Russia without any form of permission. And little cases like this can compound and create big problems in the future. Yes, this is something that the Finnish government should look into. At the same time, some group of journalists domiciled in foreign countries and in foreign bodies made or wrote out an article to warn African countries. Yes, they came out to warn African countries about a country called Russia and why we should try to stay away from them, or why we should try to stay away from striking deal with that country. Well, take a look at this publication coming from DW, which happens to be one of the biggest news outlets domiciled in the world. It states, Russian propaganda, how Moscow uses disinformation in Africa. This publication also went a step further to claim that disinformation campaigns are exploding across Africa, with Russia believed to be the main instigator. DW explains how the method and objectives of these campaigns differ from region to region and how effective they are. Anyways, moving on swiftly, let's take a look at our second update and second info in this video. Well, just in case you don't know, over the past couple of days, we've noticed and a lot of individuals have seen the wide-scale movement of the Fulani herdsmen and bandits into the southeastern region of Nigeria together with the south. Yes. In the past couple of days, we've seen info about incidences in Ebonyi State, in Enugu State, Anambra State, and so on and so forth. But just recently, yesterday, we received a very, very frightening information and breaking news coming from The Punch. For better understanding, take a look at this publication showing right now on your screen, where it states tension as herdsmen shoot 2 Delta farmers dead. Yes, this is coming from Delta State, Nigeria. This came as a shocker because the Vice President of Nigeria and the person of Kashim Shettima vowed to fight insecurity bumper to bumper and head to head during his campaigning session together with the President of the country in the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Surprisingly, since these guys came into power and since these guys occupied the offices of the President and Vice President respectively, we've received little or no info about the fact that Kashim Shettima will fight insecurity. But as we speak, it feels like these guys are already campaigning for 2027 because on the 27th of January 2025, Kashim Shettima came out to make the same comments he made before the presidential elections. Well, take a look at this publication where it states, we will fight corruption, fix economy, and also fix the security issues in Nigeria. This is coming from Kashim Shettima, who happens to be the vice president of the country. Well, as it stands, it feels like no individual or presence in the country is actually safe because a couple of years back, these herdsmen and bandits usually go after civilians on the streets, in their homes and in their farmlands. But now they have graduated and they're currently going after top individuals in the country. So how did we know? Well, take a look at this publication that was released on the 6th of February of this said year, where it states, bandits abduct ex-NYSC DG and others in Katsina State in Nigeria. This is a shocker because the government are paying little or no attention to insecurities and things are only getting worse by the day. Anyways, if you find our updates and videos very interesting, please do well to subscribe and turn on post notifications because here you get latest info and updates that really matters in the country and in the whole wide world. Anyways, moving on swiftly, talking about international body and talking about the whole wide world, we all know that the current president of the USA, in the person of Donald Trump, plan on taking Gaza. Yes, this man wants to take over Gaza. He wants to rebuild that landmass and he wants to repair the dispute between the Palestinians with the country called Israel. Yes, a couple of hours back, we received a vital update and a vital info coming from Israel regarding Trump's takeover of Gaza. Well, take a look at this publication coming from the Washington Times, where it states, Israel orders military to prepare for voluntary departure of Gaza residents. Yes, this publication also went a step further to state or clarify that Israel's defense minister, in the person of Israel Katz, said on Thursday he has instructed the military to draft a plan to allow voluntary departure of Gaza residents from the enclave, days after President Donald Trump's controversial proposal that the United States take over the Strip and remove all the people living there. Well, this is a very, very interesting update coming from Israel. Anyways, moving on swiftly to wrap up this video, there's a vital info and vital updates coming from the Biafran Government Republic of Exile. Well, what is currently happening and what is this update? Well, take a look at this publication or a tweet coming from Ngozi Orabueze, who happens to be the chief of staff of the BRGI. It states, breaking, direct message from Prime Minister Simon to Mr. Success and those working with him. Nobody should endanger the lives of our people back home, starting with Success specifically. Listen to the voice. Biafrans, arise, help the PM Simon fight these criminals if you truly respect him and want the total liberation of our motherland. These individuals never meant well for Biafra. They collide with Nigerian terrorist states to kill and maim our people. And this is coming from Ngozi. In this video, she claimed that Simon Ekpa'S sent a lady to deliver a message to Ngozi, and the whole conversation was recorded. Yes, she recorded the message sent by Mr. Simon. Anyways, if you want to get the full recording and the full audio of that message, we have it linked in the comment section. So go down to the comment section, click on that link, and it will take you straight to her X or Twitter page, so you can get full updates and better clarity by yourself and for yourself. Anyways, in that audio recording, a man's name was mentioned. Yes, a man known as Success Weke. Yes, he was mentioned in that audio recording where he was particularly pinpointed. Well, this man came out to make a clear statement and to clarify the air. Showing right now on your screen is the comments coming from Mr. Success Weke, where it states, nobody should endanger the lives of our people back home, starting from Mr. Success. He said specifically, yes, he quoted the audio recording that was made or recorded by Ngozi. Yes, he also continued by stating, idiots who never went to school are trying to turn it the other way around. I am watching all of you with one eye. I will speak, but not now. Time is ticking. Yes, this is the comment and the tweet coming from this man. Anyways, in the coming future, things will only get very, very interesting and things will get very, very intense. And definitely, we'll give you all of the latest and breaking news regarding Mr. Simon and other info and news coming from all corners of the world. So if you want to be among the very first individuals to watch our videos when it's dropped, do well to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Anyways, moving on swiftly, something has happened in Finland. Yes, Mr. Simon has been disowned by a particular group or a particular administrative body in that country called Finland. Yes, this man has been disowned. What has happened and why was he disowned by this group and administrative body? Well, in our previous video, we did a deep dive to explain everything that's happened behind the scenes between Mr. Simon and that group. Yes, in that video, you get to understand and see everything for yourself and get a clearer picture and better understanding. Yes, anyways, if you want to watch that video and see things for yourself and get first-hand info, we have that video showing right now on your screen. So click on this video to watch and understand. Click on this video and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.
Ndị be anyị, unu anụgo ka o si wee gbata wee kwụrụ. Ejisiri maka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nọ n'ime wee na-emezi mpụ dị iche iche n'obodo a. N'ezie nụ ka East si wee dị. Ndị politicians ma ndị ọrụ na-eru n'okwu jizi obodo a wee were na-agbazi politics. Malapụnụ kunu kọmentị ya ka mmadụ ifu nche n'ụdị nke unu gbasịta maka ya. One, ihe dere kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ and ihe nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Okocha kwuru kwa reply to him n'iru akwụkwọ. Ka mmadụ ifu nche n'ụdị nke unu gbasara maka ya bụ ife. Ọzọ dịka ibe ya bụ kaba arụ ka etosaa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dọzin wee na-eweta the latest update gbasara maka ya bụ ihe na-eme n'obodo a and Maazị Nnamdi Kanu release and nwere ọwa na-azụ n'ala Igbo. Ka emezienụ ụmụnne m.